Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be on planet Earth. Good day, hello, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die for another base building video. This one, base building for beginners. I get asked in my streams quite a lot, Monday through Friday, 5 PM BST, over on Twitch, link in the description down below. I get asked in my streams quite often about good places to build, good places to start, good POIs to use, etc, etc, etc. My answer usually is build from scratch. And what I'm going to do in this video, what I'm going to attempt to do in this video, is I'm going to show you how you can make, on day one, using just basic beginner tools, how you can make yourself an extremely effective zombie fighting position that should see you through from the early game all the way through to the late game. It's fully customizable, it's fully updatable, there's loads of things you can add to it. We'll get into that a little bit at the end of the video. But for now, I've got to get this opening quest done and go and gather myself up some materials. So bear with me, and I'll, with a little bit of movie magic, I'll be right back. Alrighty, there we go. Opening quest is done. Now what we've got to do is we've got to go and gather ourselves up some materials. Now, from previous testing, I know that this is going to cost me about 1,000 wood, and we're going to have to gather up some stones as well to keep repairing our stone axe. So again, a little bit of movie magic, and I'll go gather up these materials, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, that should just about do it. We've ended up with 1,311 wood, and we also chopped down a rock as well to give us 58 stones, so we've got plenty of repair materials for our stone axe. And that should be all the materials that we need. So while we're here, we might as well crack on with the build. Now, there are going to be some upgrades that we're going to have to do along the way, but the very first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to here, and we want to craft about 200 frame shapes. It may be more than 200 frame shapes, but we're going to start with 200. That should be a pretty good base point to start from. And as we're here, we might as well, you know, let's go give us a, let's go find us a slightly flatter area of ground so we're not above the ground. Oh, will you look at that? I do love terrain generation in this game sometimes. Either blocks sink into the ground, or they hover miles above the ground. I'm going to go for the sinking block into the ground area, and we're going to go right in the middle of the path. Okay, so we're just going to start with a very, very, very basic, what basically is amounts to a killing corridor. Okay, and we need to make this so it's, oh, what do I do that for? 1, 2, 1, 2, like so, and we go there and there and there. Little step is our first area there, 4 blocks high. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th block is our support pillar. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our 6th block again is our support pillar. So what we've done there, very quick, very basic, very easy. Elevated corridor for the zombies so we can bring them all to us in single file. That's the whole point of doing this, so we don't get surrounded. We don't have zombies coming at us from all directions. We can see them all coming and they'll all path to us in one direction. That's basically what we're doing here. Now we're going to build our fighting position. In fact, we need to get rid of that because A, that's wood, and B, it's in the way. Going to make ourselves our fighting position, which is going to be 5 blocks wide by 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks deep. Now all of these are going to have to be upgraded. Okay, you can fill the middle in if you want. I'm not going to fill the middle in because I'm going to be saving time and saving materials. You can fill the middle in here if you want to. You can upgrade all of these blocks for the extra XP, but it's extra materials for me, and for the purposes of the demonstration, it's not really necessary. So what I'm going to do is I'm just basically going to build myself a hollow, completely hollowed out section, and this is where we're going to do This is what's going to be our fighting position. This is where we're going to be doing all of our zombie fighting. So we've made ourselves a 5x5 block, 5x5 area. I've got 5x5 on the brain lately. Check that video out, by the way, if you haven't done. That'll appear somewhere up in the top right, hopefully, if I've linked it correctly. I've got two 5x5 challenge videos on there. I think you'll enjoy them. So, yeah, please, check them out. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of upgrading. Okie dokie, that's got our bottom upgrade done. In fact, we just need to do upgrade anything that the zombies can hit is probably a good idea. So let's upgrade all of these. Anything that they can take a swing at when they're on the ground. It's the one drawback from making an elevated base like this. You know, the advantage is that the zombies should all path in the same direction and they'll all come at you in single file, which is great, so you don't get surrounded or overrun. The bad news is whenever they take full damage, there's a chance that they can go into their destroy area mode and then they'll start randomly attacking the support structures of the base. But with a long enough area like this, hopefully we're gonna negate that. Right, we need to fill this top section in here as well. If you want to. If you decided to make this your permanent base, you might as well just chuck your land claim right down in the middle there as well. It's a handy marker for you on the map. I mean, you're out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I am. And anyway, I've built this place out in the middle of nowhere. So it doesn't really serve any purpose other than when we look at it on the map, it gives us, you know, that nice brick wall icon. You can see it on our compass up the top as well when we move further away from the base. See, we know instantly by looking at the compass at the top there which direction home is in. So, yeah, if you weren't planning on using the land claim anywhere else, you might as well use it here. Okay, so here we go. So we've got our elevated platform, we've got our corridor, but this won't do. This is not going to be enough. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to build ourselves our fighting position. Now, again, you're going to want to make sure that the front area here is upgraded. So what we've got to do is we've got to put the corners in. I'm going to put the corners at the top in first, and the front wall is the most important part to be upgraded. Not necessarily the corners. Oh, look at that. Level up. And that's, I haven't killed a single zombie yet. That is just from building and upgrading. That's just from chopping down trees, upgrading frame shapes. And we've made our first level on day one at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Another excellent reason to do this if you want the extra skill points and you want the level up. Okay, so we've got our front-facing position done here. Next bit to do, just so we make sure that the zombies can't actually get to us while we finish off the rest of the base, is we go into our shapes menu now. We just use cubes up to now, and we go into our pole section here. And we use our double pole across the top here. Now, there is a reason for this. 1, you can shoot through it. 2, you can melee through it. 3, you can walk through it. But 4, and probably most importantly, the zombies can't get through it. And that's the most important part of it. The zombies can't get through there. Once we put our hatches down like this, hinges facing out, handles facing toward you, like so. Okay? And we open that up like that. Now we've got a fighting position that the zombies can't get through, but by dropping a hatch, we can now get in and out of. Last couple of bits to upgrade here will be these front 3 poles. We get those upgraded like that. And there, ladies and gentlemen, we basically have our fighting position. We want to finish this off a little bit. We want to make it so it's a little more useful for the later game. I mean, it's going to be perfectly adequate for the early game as it is. And what I am going to do, normally I wouldn't do this, but what I'm going to do, and what I recommend you do as well, is if you're going to build this for yourself, is when you do your corners, like so, make sure you make it easy on yourself. I hear a zombie coming. Is that an Arlene, by any chance? Does she think I'm Josh? Oh, what do you know? She does. She must think I'm Jawoodle. Sorry, Arlene. Josh isn't home right now. I could take a message, though, if you like. You want me to take a message? No? It's alright. You take your sweet ass time. It's all good. I'll be here when you get up here. Let me know what the message is, by the way. What are you doing, lady? Honestly. Lady? Do we call Arlene a lady? Is Arlene a lady? I don't think she's particularly ladylike, but... Oh, she made it. There we go. Right. Okay. There you go. What was the message again? No? Okay. And now you can see the importance of building this bit at the front before we build the area at the back, because otherwise she'd have just wandered straight through and started beating us up. And we don't want that. We definitely don't want that. So what we've done here is we've given ourselves emergency exits on the side. We're also going to give ourselves... in fact, I'm going to nerd pole this so I can actually get on the roof, because I'm not ready to do the ladders just yet. We'll get back down there in a minute. Right, we're going to go into our shapes menu for the roof now. We're going to go into our wedge shapes and our corners. And what we're going to do, again, not necessary. You can do this with just the cube shapes if you like. I like to do this because I think it looks better. I think it's a much nicer look. And we can... Whoop, no, not there. Here we go. We put those along there. We put that one along there. We put those along there like so. Now we can go back down the bottom and we can put our ladder in, because what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make sure that we've got access to the roof. And the reason we want access to the roof is because, again, in the later game, you don't have to worry about it in the early game, but later on in the game, you will have, during Blood Moons, or if you build in the desert, you will have to worry about vultures. Flappy fucks, shy talks, vomit comets, whatever you want to call them. They're horrible. They're a pain in the arse. We don't like them. Nobody likes them. I don't know what else to say, really. But what you want to do, how much wood have we got? We've only got 4 wood left, so we can't do it now. But in your shapes menu, what you want to, in your shapes menu, in your crafting menu, you want to grab some more wood and craft up some wood spikes. And then you just place your wood spikes on the roof. That'll keep you perfectly safe from vultures. You'll also have a hatch there that you'll be able to open up and shoot the vultures from as well. Okay. What we might do, let's just hop down here. We'll grab us up a little more, just punch a few of these little twiggy shrubs. We're going to need a little bit more wood, because we're going to need to want to repair our club, because our club won't last forever. And we're also, just to be absolutely 100% safe, we're going to make ourselves a couple of doors. Now, again, these doors are more for an emergency exit more than anything else. But if you want to make it so these doors are another way in or out of the base, that's really, really easy to do too. We can open up both of our doors like so. And what we do is we do a couple of plates. We go on face. 1, 2, like so. We'll do the same on the other side, right under the door. 1, no, 2, like so. Then we go into our stairs section again. We pick our ladder round. We put 2 ladders there. We put 2 ladders there. And Bob's your uncle. We're done. The reason for the plates and the ladders is what you have is you have 2 blocks off the ground is a path that you can see and a path that you can use. 2 blocks off the ground is a path that the zombies cannot see and do not use. Okay, so that's why we place our ladders 2 blocks off the ground. Also, the reason we place the plates on the bottom here is that it is perfectly possible to run up to a ladder, go to jump, miss it, or get right up to the wall, jump, and smack your head on the underside of the ladder and get stuck and then get eaten alive by zombies. You don't want that. So if you add the plates there as an extra, like, fail-safe, if you like, just to make it a little more foolproof, so you can walk right up to the frames, you can jump, and in you go. Easy peasy. Now you've got 2 ways in, you've got well, 3 ways in if you count the front way. You've also got your emergency exits, and you can use them as an entrance as well. And that, ladies and gents, that is our beginner's horde base. Excuse me for a second. There we go. That is our horde base. She doesn't look like much, I'll grant you. She doesn't look like much. You will need to gather up a little more wood so you can do a little bit more of the upgrading. But we've upgraded the important bits. That's what we've got. That's what she looks like. That is before 5 o'clock on the first day. That's given us a level up as well. And all we've had to do is chop down about... How many trees did I say? I can't remember. It's about 10 trees, maybe a dozen trees to get enough wood to build this. Craft it out of wood frame shapes. Upgrade all the bits that are touching the ground and the bits that the zombies are going to be facing up. And there you have your first horde base. Now, we're going to go with this. This is our base. This is what we're working with. So we've got our basic hut. We've got our space here. We've got our debug menu on. So now it's time to give it a wee bit of a test. And you know the zombie we got to use, right? We've got to use our janitors. We're going to drop our janitors down there. We're going to give them a little tickle. And now you can see how the fighting position works. You can see how the zombies are pathing. See how they're walking along. Oh, we ran out of stamina. That's no bueno. We better take a drink, actually, because we're thirsty. That's why we're running out of stamina so quickly. And away they go again. Pathing towards us. They're coming at us single file. Making it nice and easy for us. Now, I would personally prefer to use a bone shiv for this, just so we can get some bleed damage on them as well, because it'll make this bit a little bit easier to deal with. But there we go. All you need, that's it. Just a club. You can use your bow as well if you want. In fact, we'll knock up some arrows. We'll knock up. Oh, we ran out of wood. I didn't have enough wood for the arrows. Yikes. Okay, you can hear zombies down below. They're taking a swing at the base. As long as we get them, as long as we get their attention, they should stop swinging. Hopefully, they'll stop swinging and prove me right. Oi! Really? I had to get his attention to get him to do this? Okay. Pathing is a little bit screwy. I don't know what he thinks he's playing at. For the most part, the zombies come along here. They path around there. I don't know why he decides that he wants to go and smash that up. It's not serving him any purpose whatsoever. Absolute wally. But you understand the principle now. Okay? The zombies come along here. They path to you. If you can kill them while they're up here at your hatchway here, so much the better. If you knock them on the floor, there's a chance that they're going to start damaging the blocks down here. So just be aware of that. Okay, you can see he's taking a little swing at that. Again, more wood is required. Do you know what? We don't need any more frame shapes. We can just scrap our frame shapes for now. And then we can repair that. But he hasn't done a huge amount of damage. And we got a loot bag early on as well with iron arrows and beer. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But anyway, there we go, ladies and gents. That is it. Basic horde base, day one, way before nightfall. And all it takes is chop down a few trees, craft a few wood frame shapes, knock up your early game base. You can spend the night in there. You can hide out. You can fight off any zombies that decide that they want to come up there. You can go around, do your questing. You can go around doing your looting. You can go and grab up all your cobblestone and everything. Gather up all your materials as you go. You've got a nice safe place where you can come back. You can dump a chest. You can put all your bits and pieces away. You can build this wherever you want. I mean, you can build it right outside the trader if you want to, as long as you're as long as you don't encroach on his land claim area. Yeah, it's just a really, really, really versatile early game base, and you can, like I say, you can build this on day one, and you're good to go for the rest of the game. Go out, grab your upgrade materials whilst you're out doing your jobs for your trader. Upgrade this to cobblestone, and by the time your first blood moon comes around on day 7, you'll be absolutely laughing. Gather up a little more wood, add your spikes to the roof. Go out and gather up all your other bits and pieces. Get lucky, maybe. Get some concrete mix. Upgrade it to concrete as well. Who knows? It's perfectly feasible to do that within the first 7 days. Definitely feasible to do that within the first 14 days, providing you spec your points properly. So yeah, really versatile base. Really easy to build. and should see you right for a long time. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you very much if you've made it all the way through to the end here. Please, if you like more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Drop us a like. Give us a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Let me know if you've discovered any blocks other than the regular frame shapes that we've used here that are that are more effective for the pathing. Anything at all, really. Yeah, just sound off. Let me know your thoughts. I'd really like to hear from you. We also stream Monday through Friday, starting at 5 PM UK time. At the time of posting, that is 5 PM BST. Obviously, in the winter, it's 5 PM GMT. But either way, it's 5 PM. That's when we start. We go live for a minimum of 4 hours. We play mostly 7 Days to Die. We play an awful lot of 7 Days to Die. We have community servers over there as well. So if you're interested in playing with other people, you want to come and be a member of the community, you want to come and be a member of the 7th Circle, then please come and hang out with us on Twitch if you can. But all that is left for me to say, ladies and gentlemen, is until next time, remember, be good. If you can't be good at it. I've been Hell's Janitor. This has been 7 Days to Die. And I will hopefully catch you guys in the next video. But until then, take care.